In today's video, we'll be meeting a family who isn't shying away from plastic surgery, the largest family you've ever seen in your life, and a family of, and I'm not kidding, bloody vampires. But first, let's meet a family who, although they lack arms, have managed to live a happy and fulfilling life. Number 10. The Bannon family. Linda Bannon and her son Timmy were born with Holt-Oram syndrome, a rare genetic disorder that causes abnormalities of the upper limbs and heart. When Linda was about 5 or 6 years old, she was fitted for prosthetic arms at Shriners Hospitals for Children in Chicago, but she preferred not to use them. She thrived regardless of her disability and went on to receive a degree in elementary education and eventually married her husband Richard in 2004. Linda and Richard had planned to have a child, but doctors had forewarned them of the possibility that their child would inherit the same genetic disorder. Despite that, Timmy was born on May 2, 2005. The child had inherited the abnormalities of the upper limbs, but what had alarmed Linda more was Timmy's serious heart problem. When Timmy was 8 days old, he had open heart surgery and spent 2 months in the ICU. Timmy eventually recovered, and now growing up, Timmy looked to his mother to show him how to improvise daily tasks by utilizing his lower limbs. Their story reached thousands of people internationally and inspired a lot of people with their excellent, unbridled perseverance and human spirit. Number 9. The Rapunzel family. Some of us like to keep our hair short. After all, many people consider a perfectly barbered head of hair the epitome of being well groomed. Some, however, just don't care about getting haircuts, and 43-year-old Tara Lynn Svetlesek Russell and her kids took the notion of #LongHairDon'tCare to a whole new level. The mother of 3 hasn't had her hair cut for as long as she can remember. Her hair is now an outstanding 4 meters long. Tara Lynn was dubbed the real-life Rapunzel because of her lengthy mane. She is a mother of 3 daughters who surprisingly advocate her practices and have even started to let their hair grow out. Obviously still not as long as their mums, but they're getting there. Her children, like her, have never had their hair cut, and it's not something Tara Lynn is forcing them to do. She actually encourages them to get their hair cut. Her kids simply don't want to. I guess it's to be expected, having their mum as a role model definitely had an effect on them. As of writing, Tara Lynn still has no intention on cutting her hair, which I assume is a nightmare to maintain by now. Number 8. The Marshall family. Meet the Marshall family, the family who are big fans of plastic surgery. Chantal Marshall, the family's matriarch, started the whole thing when she decided to get breast implants. Since then, she's gotten quite a few of them. She is now the proud owner of a couple of 32 double Gs. Her daughters, Emma, Ripley, Tori, and Tara, also seem to think that getting bigger breasts was a good idea as well, so they all follow suit. They had breast implants as well, with 6s of 32 double G, 32 double D, 34 double H, and 34F respectively. In total, these women have undergone 13 surgeries to reach their goals. Number 7. The Kulkarni family. They stand out wherever they go, and I mean this literally. When you have a family with a combined height of 26 feet, you are bound to be noticed everywhere just by standing up. The Kulkarnis, from the city of Pune in the east of the country, tower above their countrymen and has been named the tallest family in India. Mr. and Mrs. Kulkarni were crowned India's tallest couple by their country's Limca Book of Records after they married in 1989. Mr. Sharad Kulkarni stands at 7 feet 1.5 inches tall, while his wife Sanjot is 6 foot 2.6 inches tall. Their daughters, Muruga and Sanya, stand at a height of 6 feet 1 inches and 6 feet 4 inches respectively. Number 6. The Chana family. Saying that the Chanas are a big family is a major understatement, with a whopping total of 192 members and still counting. In 2011, officials of the Guinness World Records awarded Ziona Chana and his family the world record for the largest existing family. But quite surprisingly, he refused the title as he shunned publicity in general. Ziona has 38 wives, 94 children, 14 daughters-in-law, and 33 grandchildren. This one big, presumably happy family lives together in one 4-story mansion located in the mountainous village of Baktong. The wives would take care of the house and the children, while the daughters clean the home and the sons do the manly chores, like farming and tending to the animals. Despite the number of wives, there has been no claim of rivalry inside the family. Mr. Chana even claimed that he named all his children and grandchildren and that he remembers the names of every member of his family. Now isn't that sweet? Number 5. Abby and Brittany Hensel. Abby and Brittany Hensel are the only known conjoined sisters to have survived with 2 heads in one body, having 2 hearts, 2 sets of lungs, and 1 reproductive system. The sisters have superb coordination despite their condition. Each sister controls one half of their entire body, but they're still able to play football, ride a bicycle, and even have a driver's license. Their bond is strong, apart from just being conjoined. Like other people their age, they go on trips, parties, and even have jobs as teachers. They both hope to get married and have children. Though this may seem difficult for them now, they continue to be hopeful and thrive. Number 4. Dwarf family. If India has the world's tallest family, the country also has the complete polar opposite. Meet the dwarf family, the world's smallest family. The family has the inherent genetic disorder called achondroplasia, which impairs the growth of bone in the limbs and causes abnormal growth in the spine and skull. The family has 11 members, 9 of which have the disorder. The family suffers from unemployment because of their condition. The patriarch, Ram Raj, works as a marriage welcomer, where he dresses up and welcomes guests to weddings, but finding employment has proved challenging for the family in general. Though it may be hard, the family is hopeful that things would get better over time. Number 3. The Deves family. It was sometime in 2008 when Australia was shocked by the absolutely erratic behavior seldom found in humans, an incestuous relationship between a father and daughter. John Deves, the father, had an incestuous love affair with his biological daughter Jenny, which created national headlines in Australia. The pair were famously shunned by the public after a shocking interview with 60 Minutes revealed they had spawned 2 children. After John separated from his first wife, his second wife wanted him to mingle with his daughters from his previous marriage again. They developed a relationship there that continued to grow until things got completely out of hand. Their 8-year relationship sparked a court proceeding where the pair pleaded guilty to 2 counts each of incest, the second relating to the intercourse that resulted in the birth of their healthy daughter in 2007. They later separated in 2008 after a court ruled their relationship broke the law. Number 2. The Manson family. Families technically have to be blood related, but that's not always the case. If you find people with common interests, you sometimes consider them as family, which is the case here. Thing is, instead of companionship and a feeling of belonging, things quickly took a dark turn. The Manson family, known as The Family, was a commune, gang, and cult led by Charles Manson that was active in California in the late 1960s and early 1970s. The group consisted of approximately 100 followers who lived an unconventional lifestyle with habitual use of hallucinogenic drugs. Most were young women from middle-class backgrounds, many of whom were radicalized by Manson's teachings and drawn by hippie culture and communal living. The family was thrown into the limelight when they invaded the house of actress Sharon Tate, brutally murdering her and 2 others on the night of August 8th to August 9th, 1969. Members of the family were caught, including Manson, who wasn't actually present during the murder. Still, he was sent behind bars for life for his involvement in masterminding the whole gruesome affair. Number 1. The Vampire family. If you have a pet peeve for blood, then this next topic probably isn't for you. Real-life vampires do exist, and among them are Leah Benioff and Aro Draven. These are England's notorious vampiric lovebirds, best known for sharing an unusual bond. They drink each other's blood. The goth pair from Haverhill, Suffolk, claim they are vampires and feed on each other up to 4 times a week. They met on a dating website which sparked their unusual love affair. Leah insists she fell in love at first bite with the unemployed father of 5, who claims to hail from the same region of Romania as Vlad the Impaler. Leah claims that from the moment they met, she knew Aro was the one.